going on, guys? Waco from Revolution, your friend. Here with my friend, Christian Selmoni, one of my favorite people in the watch industry. How are you?
Hello, Wei. Good to see you.
Well, you can probably tell from my wrist that we're at Vacheron Constantin, and oh my God, there is an expression in Jamaica, me undies go tight. And that is when your underpants become extremely tight because you are so excited, and my underpants just did, because look at that. That is the Vacheron Constantin overseas skeletonized tourbillon, automatic with a peripheral mass, but dude, in titanium. Incredible. So check that out, guys. As I said, it's absolutely ravishing to behold. I'm going to jump to a tiny assumption that it is grade 5 titanium because I see how beautifully it has been polished and brushed, and with even this sort of wonderful sablé finish here in the inner part of the bezel, which I think is absolutely stunning. My friend, I know in 2019 you did a steel tourbillon in the overseas collection, but this is the first skeletonized and the first titanium. Am I correct, sir?
Yeah, you're correct. So in a nutshell way, we have taken our existing 2160 caliber, which is, as you said, which is automatic with the peripheral rotor, and we have removed around 20% of the existing material to create this architecture of metal. And on the contrary of some skeleton watches that we have made in the past, I'm thinking about watches between the 60s and the 90s.
Yes.
We didn't engrave at all the bridges or the plate of the movement, but rather, you know, we just left place for our finishers and specialists to do hand beveling, hand finishing, chamfering, etc.
That's cool.
And finally, the movement has been coated in slate gray. You know, the NAC NAC coating, which enhances let's say the modern and sleek elegance of the overseas.
Yes.
And one thing I would like to say as well, so as we said, so the peripheral rotor, I think this is a super rare technical feature. And when you do a skeleton watch, so I think it really makes sense because there is nothing which is hiding the open work,
the beauty
of
that open work. My God!
And yes, you were right. So this is the very first Vacheron Constantin which is dressed 100% in titanium grade 5. Wow! Meaning the case, the bracelet, and the clasp.
Wow. Amazing. Remember back in the day, we used to have a conversation about the titanium excellence collection.
Right. Right.
That watch is incredible. And on the wrist, it's perfect. The diameter, sir, is
41.5.
But the thickness is just over 10 mm.
Exactly, right.
And look at that. And the dynamic tension between something that's bold and beautiful on your wrist and something that is light and elegance, amazing. And it's so comfortable and light on the wrist as well.
Very much.
Incredible. Okay, so guys, I want you to understand also, if you like gold, don't be disappointed because there's a gold version as well in beautiful rose gold. Tell us about that, Christian.
Yes, and so as we know, so the rose gold, I would say rose gold for such watches, let's say sport elegant watches, is very much appreciated by clients. And in addition, I would say that the contrast which is given by the slate gray movement and the warm red color of the rose gold, I think this is really stunning.
Yes, absolutely agree. It's such a beautiful watch to behold. And I love, as you said, also how you've approached skeletonization from a really contemporary perspective. I mean, everyone knows that Vacheron has probably the best skeletonization around in terms of the handwork that goes in there, but I love that you're doing a modern interpretation of that, and it's so appropriate in this watch, which looks amazing on me, I have to say.
I confirm.
And let's go from there, Christian, to this wonderful Perpetual calendar skeleton in rose gold.
So, let's say a bit like same story concerning rose gold and the overseas. So we know the overseas ultra thin Perpetual calendar skeleton since a few years now, and we wanted to add this year this great combination, which is rose gold and signature blue of the overseas dial.
Yes.
And I think
you have really the most beautiful blue, incidentally, like the best blue in the business. What Pantone color is that, Christian? Or am I
as a matter of fact, there is no Pantone color for this signature blue. The story is that it's a common work or partnership between our designers and our dial maker.
Wow.
In order to find a blue which was not existing, in other maison or
never
brands.
knew that. That's fantastic.
And so this is our signature blue.
That's
it's
incredible.
A special recipe, which is really cool.
That watch is so stunning,
and it's super thin as well.
And what is the thickness of this watch?
It's less than 8 mm.
That's incredible. That's absolutely amazing. So, guys, I mean, what I want to talk about a little bit is, as you saw, Vacheron Constantin a couple of days ago relaunched their homage to the 222. That watch is one of the most iconic integrated bracelet watches around. I love it. Every year we would hang out, and I'd be like, Christian, when are you guys going to launch a 222? When are you going to launch a 222? Yeah. And they launched a 222, and that watch is absolutely magnificent to behold. But I love the fact that now at Vacheron you have two great icons. You have the 222.
Right.
Which I only imagine will be extrapolated in different versions. And of course in '96 you had the first overseas designed by Dino Modolo, which then in 2016 you had, to me, the real watershed moment where you had these overseas and the ultra thin version, and also in the Perpetual calendar version.
Yes,
and
right.
those
white gold.
watches became like icons, right?
Very much.
Like, how does it make you feel to have this kind of watch that's constantly sold out, that has this huge disproportion of people that want to buy it and the number you're able to make?
So, well, I think, I think that you mentioned the story as it is, in the sense that when we launched the current generation of overseas, we are enjoying now a great success, and now for us, I would say we have, as you know, we are a very exclusive brand, so we produce at the end of the day few watches, and we want our maison to still remain exclusive. So now we have to carry on with this situation. And as you know, so we are finishing our in-house movement by hand. So for us, there's no way to really increase like double digits every year. So this is why we have to build the collection in a very thoughtful way and add some significant models such as this one.
Amazing. So we talked about the fantastic man's watch. Let's talk about it. Well, I wouldn't even say it's a woman's watch. It's just a beautiful gem set perpetual calendar.
Yes, we could say so. So even if we think that obviously this is a watch that is more addressed to ladies, so why did we do this perpetual calendar in the traditional? So because as we see, we have more and more interest from ladies for complicated watches and even grand complications. Mm-hmm. A couple of years ago, we launched a traditional 38mm diameter tourbillon, mostly dedicated to ladies, but this timepiece was really thought to create, let's say, a small perpetual calendar that could be ideally suited for ladies. So it's a 36.5mm diameter.
36.5, wow.
And the thickness is 8.45. And I would say, for me, the design is very well proportioned. Yes. The balance is excellent. And you see that the watch face is perfectly balanced. So I
totally agree. That's the thing I was going to say. The placement of all those little subdials, including your very famous subdial for the month, which actually has the full leap year cycle on there, which I've always loved.
And so so the watch comes in two versions, as we see, rose gold and white gold, and where you may have a look to the dial. So I think this is another great example of the quest of detail of Vacheron Constantin, in the sense that we have mother of pearl, on which we have gold applied indexes, and have a look also to the gold applique, which is around the moon disc. I think this is
wow,
phenomenal.
That's stunning.
Yeah.
I love that, and the level of polish on that is just perfect.
Super
sublime.
Nice. Love it.
So guys, that concludes our visit. Well, I guess it was part two of our visit, because we had part one when we came to the manufacturer.
Yes.
For the 222 with the wonderful Christian Selmoni. Sir,
thanks a lot,
pleasure.
Wade. That was
can I just say you're the best dressed dude in the watch fair?
Thank you, man.
Thanks.